Hello friends, welcome to my channel PhD Life. Today we have with us Mr. Kishan who has converted IIM Indore call in operations management area. So welcome Kishan and thank you for joining us here. So we would be starting with the first question, that is if you could just brief us around your background, your education, professional background.
Yeah, hi, Aman. First of all, thank you for having me. It's a wonderful experience to talk with you. I will start with my background. I did my mechanical engineering in Gujarat Power Research Institute. Then I did my post graduation in operations management from Symbiosis. Then I started working in the steel industry, and I have worked with the steel industry for a couple of months. Then I moved to the food industry. Over there, I got some experience in the supply chain kind of activities. Then I moved to the medical device company, and also there I work as operations executive. So after finishing 3.5 years, I came to know that academia would be a very best place for me. So I shifted to the academia. I got an opportunity to work with IIM Ahmedabad as an academic associate. So today I completed 2 years at IIM Ahmedabad. So I'm Ahmedabad. The experience gave me a lot of insight about how academia is working and how one should approach the questions and all.
So talking about an academic associate, do you feel that everyone who is having some kind of interest in doing research in the future should try to do something at least for 6 months, 1 year prior to your PhD, as in work with any faculty on any project or academic associate? So according to you, how helpful it is in case of this pursuing PhD?
Yeah, I must say that it would help you a lot. There are two kind of positions available in the IIM. First is the research associate, and second one is the academic associates. So research associate are the positions for the people who actually engage with the faculty members to work with in their research areas. And academic associate position will give you insight about the academia life and the lectureship. So I think being an academic associate or research associate would help you a lot if you will get opportunity. Go for some year or some months of experience, and it would help you a lot to get into PhD.
So you have worked across a range of sectors, as you just mentioned in your background. So working in so many sectors is so much time you spend in corporate life. So what was your motivation to come into academics, and why? What was your basic interest towards PhD? Why to pursue PhD? Yeah.
Yeah, so the basic reasons for me to do PhD was that I'm very curious about the things which I'm working on. I still remember in my company I was working on project, and I was asked to come up with the results. But on behalf of that, I came up with the questions why this is not working. So that kind of a curiosity I have. This helped me a lot to understand problems, and it gave me a new insight about to do PhD in the operations and supply chain management field. And being a curious person actually would help you in terms of PhD life, and will help you how you frame your 5 years of journey. If you are not curious about any problem, then it would be very difficult for you to sustain in these 5 years.
Yeah, because PhD is a long journey. So obviously, having interest about your area, your specific research topic is definitely mandatory in this scenario.
Yeah. Also, I would like to add one point is that people are saying this is a 5 years of journey, but I would say it's a forever journey, because
Yeah.
whatever you do in your PhD will be for forever. Let's suppose you are a professor later on, then the work you will be doing is the same like you're doing in the PhD, except teaching, right?
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
would say it's a forever journey. So people should realize that I'm taking this opportunity. It's not for 5 years; it's a lifelong opportunity.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely it is. So, if you could just share about your IIM Indore interview, that and others interview also, that overall how was your interviews experience in all the colleges you gave? What all type of questions they ask, and how they ask, what they actually test in a candidate, what they look for?
Right. So I will give you first of all my failures. So I applied to institutes, and last year also I applied, haven't been selected. So first of all, I would like to tell what went wrong. So the thing went all wrong is the over preparation. I was preparing so many subjects. I'm not focusing on the concepts much. Also, I'm not focusing on the research areas in deeply. Also, I forgot to check out some of the faculty members' profile before coming to the interview. So last year I learned so many things, and this year I came up with the solutions which I made mistakes in the last year. So this year also some of the interviews went average and bad, just because I was came to know that these subjects I prepared, but actually I missed some of the things from the conceptual part. So also some of the interviews went good. I will give you the my experience for the Indore and all the other institutes. So yeah, some interviews can be bad, interviews can be average, interviews can be good, but you should be learning what bad thing have happened to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's come to the point. What good thing worked for me is that first of all, I cleared some of my concepts in the general subjects like statistics and probability equations. Second is the theoretical subjects in my area. Third one is that the research aptitude, and fourth one is the passion to do research.
Okay.
And so if you formalize your interview process, this four part will be a combination of equally likely to get questions. So for the IIM Indore interview, so there were I would say the four questions they asked. First, from the probability and statistics question. Second, from my operations management area. Third one is the research aptitude, and fourth one is my passion, why I want to do PhD, why I want to leave IIM Ahmedabad as academic associate, why IIM Ahmedabad I'm not selecting as a PhD. So that kind of questions have been, I was able to tackle this question. So hopefully it worked for me.
So did you have some kind of written test in any of the interviews?
No, this year I hadn't any written test, so I cleared GRE. So there were only interviews for this year.
Okay, okay. So any books you would recommend that's a must-read book if you want to clear in operations area?
Yeah, so it's not like a guarantee. Will give you some kind of a tip. Yeah, but let me just give you an introduction about how one should approach this.
Yeah.
In operations area, it's not only operations. There is operations management. Second one is the supply chain management. Nowadays, people are working on business analytics. That also comes under operations management. Some of the institutes. So also, it's a combination of 3 or 4 areas. So you should be very clear about in which area I want to do PhD. Still, people are working in the business analytics and data analytics, big data, and all also comes under the operations area. Second is the probability and statistics, also comes under operations area in the IIMs, and supply chain management also comes under the operations area. So one book I want to recommend is the Operations Management by Williamson. Second one is the Operations Management courses are available on YouTube from the MIT courseware. Also, some of the MIT open courseware courses are available on the probability and statistics. Also, I would like to suggest people who are mostly targeting operations area is that focus on maths part also, like linear algebra, calculus, and kind of things. It would help you a lot to crack interviews.
So how did you approach towards your preparation of SOPs and research proposals? So yeah.
Yeah, so let's first start with the concept clearing part. For me, it was kind of, I was working with the faculty members who are already expert in their field. So I came to know about each and every concept while assisting the faculty members in the course. Second one is that also we have a library resources in IIM Ahmedabad, so I utilize that. Third one is that I approach the open courseware courses actually a lot. So I listed out all the subjects and I prepared that since last 1 year. One advice would be for the student is that so first of all go through the faculty members profile and the courses they are offering. So don't study each and every subjects, but study basic subjects like probability and statistics. Learn probability and probability distributions. Second one is that study some of the real application of these subjects. And second one is that if you are mostly on the operations area, you should have at least some basic knowledge about the factory.
Okay.
So yeah, so for a, if you are a fresher, then at least get some basics on the factory, how factory is working, what is inventory, how inventory is being managed in the industry, kind of thing.
And how important is to get through the recent trends happenings in the industry, because operations is very much related to the industry. So now
Right,
we are getting terms like industry 4.0,
right,
everything automation, AI, then IoT. So
right.
how much important is to go through and have awareness about these things also while preparation of your SOPs and your research area interest?
Yeah. So let's suppose, imagine that if you have a 6 months to give interviews.
Hmm.
So first thing you can do is that go through the top journals which are there in your area.
Okay.
So also the one thing is that you join the some professional committees like Informs is there, ORSA committee is there. Join the committee. Committee will help you to get knowledge about what are the current challenges in the industry. Also, you can discuss with some of your friends, like in what topic they are working in the industry,
Hmm.
and industry 4.0 and the digital supply chain management, this kind of thing. You have to be very clear on the news also. You have to read each and everything while you come across anything. So it won't help you in the industry, but it will give you a very basic concept clearing things if somebody will ask you in the IM interviews. Yeah, I will give you some details about SOP. The SOP part you should be very clear is that don't make your SOP too long actually. And faculty members won't have any specific time for you to read 2 or 3 pages of SOP.
Hmm.
So you have to be very clear, and you have to make your writing so effective that even one paragraph will give you a clear idea about what you want to do. So how I drafted my SOP is that first you should put your introduction part, what you have done and where currently are you working. Second part is about what is your research interest. Give some present topics, or maybe your research interest area. And third one is the why you want to join this institute. So this
Hmm.
3-step procedure will help you actually to form your SOP. So don't put any big sentences or kind of hard English words, so that you want to show them like my SOP is effective, but make it very clear, just like the research
Yeah.
paper we do.
Hmm.
Research, if you have to do that, if suppose I want to remove this sentence, whether it will affect my SOP or not, you should ask this question. If suppose your SOP, if suppose I remove this sentence, whether my SOP stands still hold on the
Hmm.
same topic which I want to discuss. So
Yeah.
this kind of approaches will help you to shorten your SOP and very effective. The advice I would like to give to the aspirants is that first of all, you have to be very clear about why you want to do PhD.
Hmm.
IIM faculty members will figure it out whether you are applying for the research position or you came by a tag only. So they will differentiate you easily.
Yeah.
Second thing is that prepare as many as you can, but don't prepare so many subjects.
Hmm.
Whatever you prepare well.
Yeah.
And the third thing is that you should check faculty members' current research interest and on which topic they are working. And also, you have to put yourself as a faculty member and look that what kind of aspirants I'm looking for. So this kind of strategy will help you to figure it out. Okay, this is part I will not prepare. Also, I will prepare these softwares. I will also prepare this subject, so that if I will get interview call, then I will be able to convey them. I did some work in this area.
So just the last question I had in my
Yeah.
mind, that you have been working very closely with the faculty members. So what,
Hmm.
according to you, you feel is the most important thing for a PhD selection? The options, yeah, you might add something to it, but the what option comes to my mind is the SOP and research proposal, the research
Hmm.
motivation for the course, and then
Right.
the knowledge which the candidate has. So which among three, or if you could add anything else, is the most important aspect which you feel?
So the most important aspect is the passionate about the subjects. Passion about the subjects means that if you are free, then still you are thinking about that subject. Like even if you go to the market, you see that okay, I can connect this to my subjects, like that kind of approach. Like suppose I'm in the meeting or anywhere else, if you are connecting things to the actual business problems, that means you are actually passionate about the business model. So that kind of approach and that kind of passion will help student actually to get selected. Otherwise preparation can be done by anyone else, but passion cannot be reflected, right? So so preparation, we both can prepare well and we both will have same kind of knowledge at the end, but how passionate you are on your subject and how much passionate about my subjects will be differentiable point among the all students.
So thank you, Kishan, for your insightful thoughts. It was
Yeah.
feeling like it was directly coming from a faculty side, because you were talking like, because you have been working
No,
very
no, I'm
closely
just
with the
starting.
faculty.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But
Mhm.
having been closely working with them, so you know how they think, how they work. So
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
it
yeah.
would be a great insightful session for our viewers. So thank
Yeah,
you for
yeah.
joining us. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you, Aman, having me. Yeah, nice talk to you.